Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in today's episode, we're going to be talking all about stuck points. Stuck points in the therapeutic world reference ways that we are not essentially able to move forward from a specific pattern happening over and over, and even experiencing the same pattern over and over, doing the same thing and not getting a different result, which essentially is the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result, which the only thing that means is everything is in our control and we have power to get ourselves out of those muddy, sticky stuck points. And there's no judgment on how long it might take us, on how many times do we need to stay there. There is no judgment on that. This video is all about how to help us get out of those what are called stuck points in the therapeutic world, so then you can start to experience or give yourself an opportunity to experience your life or that aspect of your life in a different way. This is Anna Morfides with Many Hearts Counseling, dedicating this channel to living our best life, sharing information that I am acquiring as a therapeutic counselor, soon to be registered. So again, thank you so much for being here. So let's just go right into it. So what exactly are stuck points and what do they mean for the person that's experiencing them? So first of all of us will experience a repetition of a pattern in one, if not multiple areas of our life, whether it's romantic relationships or the way that we give meaning to things, employment opportunities, in our friendships. These stuck points are essentially concrete information embedded in our nervous system, because now we know that our nervous system stores everything that has not been processed. So if you had an experience as a child that you were not able to complete the process of, the best way that I can describe this is, say for example, dogs are a great example for this. If a doggy experiences something, they'll shake their body in an effort to release that energy that came from that experience that had their nervous system discombobulated. As humans, we also need to have that experience to complete the cycle of the nervous system. And many times we don't have the opportunity to let our nervous system complete the cycle of whatever it experienced. So it gets stuck. Literally, this is what I've learned in my just previous class in regards to how these stuck points happen. So the best way to get through them is, of course, acknowledge them, see what the messaging that they're trying to give us, and then see if we can allow ourselves to have a recorrective experience and an opportunity for our nervous system to close that cycle. And how do we close that cycle with our nervous system? We have to give space, not have to. It will be done by giving our nervous system the time and the space to process that stored potential. So it is potential of energy, because energy is palpable. It's like measured in hertz. It's a tangible thing. I know that we can't see it, but it's there. It's atoms, molecules, like even like the oxygen, nitrogen. It's hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen that air is made out of. We can't see it, but the molecules are there and its existence is there. And same with that potential of energy in our nervous system. So this is why emerging modalities are really going into the body, and it's called somatic therapy. Soma literally means body in the Greek language. And now we know that because the nervous system is 95% subconscious and unconscious, the stored potential of experiences that we were not able to close out haven't been released. Therefore, they're like stuck energetic points. And this is why things like EFT, emotional freedom. Oh, I'm forgetting what EFT is standing for, but it's emotional freedom through tapping. And I can definitely do another. I'm not an expert in it, but I can definitely do another episode on what EFT is. And there's a lot of registered EFT professionals out there that literally help release that trappedness of emotions that are in the body. So I know how to do it more cognitively because I'm more trained in that department. So say example for me, I have a stuck point where I give unhelpful meaning to things, unhelpful meanings to situations that are not serving me over and over and over. So say, for example, if I see someone and maybe they're having a bad day, maybe they had a lot on their mind, maybe they saw me last minute, and I'm not receiving them in like this state of joy and like harmony and hearts and hugs and kisses, I make that mean I must have done something wrong and they don't like me anymore. Which is, even if that was the case, that should not affect me on how I go about the rest of my day. If I have to wait on other people to be okay in order for me to be okay, that is a really big stuck point that I have. Obviously, I'm not talking about me physically hurting people. I'm just talking about people going about their lives and having an opportunity for them to not be okay. Why am I making that mean something for me? That is a stuck point, and it is detrimental to my health, to my job, to like the people around me, because I find that it affects my mood. Again, I'm completely giving my power away because I'm not giving people an opportunity to not be okay because I make that mean something about myself. Therefore, I'm trying to control everyone else to be okay in order for me to be okay, and that is impossible. I can't even control my own self to be okay, never mind other people. I mean, obviously I can control the way that I feel, but I'm just saying, like, it's challenging even for us to control how we feel, because our predominant feelings, we're like literally wired to be below the line. There's joy, anger, fear, sadness, and disgust. Like, we are always going to be, by the law of probability, landing in here and having to transmute it back into joy. And that's why Buddha says, if you're happy 50% of the time, you're winning in the game of life. And I say this often. The first time I heard this statistic, I was like, what? But now it makes sense to me. So where did I learn this behavior? And how can I get myself out of this muddy, stuck point? And then how can I release that stored potential of that experience? How can I release that from my body so it doesn't keep creating, not only keep creating the same experiences for me over and over again in my life, because unless I experience that, then I don't know that that's still alive within me in order for me to like heal it and like literally have it complete its cycle. So what is it needing? When did I first learn this? So say for my case, if I go back into my childhood, that was very apparent. This is exactly how my mom raised us to be, that we are down here and everyone else is on a pedestal. And if we want to be liked, we have to do things for other people in order for us to be liked. And I learned that message very early on in my life, that if somebody else is mad, guess what you do? You do things to make them not be mad. Whether it is that you do their homework for them, or you do extra work for them, or you bring them sweets, or you do cartwheels to make them smile. I've learned that messaging very early on as a child, that it's my responsibility to take on other people's feelings. But guess what I'm doing? I'm not giving people the opportunity to finish their cycles. Because say my partner is mad, and that's another really good example. Like, I feel like I need to take that on, and I feel like I need to make them be better in order for me to be better, but I'm not allowing them the opportunity for them to complete their cycle of being mad. And why are they mad in the first place? Like, who am I to stop that cycle for them? So it serves me most to drop that way of being, focus on myself and how can I stay and be okay in the face of adversity, and let that be an example for other people to do the same. So then they can be okay in the face of the things that want to make them mad in the first place. Like, just let the emotion go through us and not stopping it. Because again, when we're children and say we're mad and upset and our parents say things such as, oh, you're overreacting, or it's not that big of a deal, like get up off the floor, if you're like literally having a temper tantrum and then you literally have to stop your nervous system. It's as simple as that energy doesn't complete its cycle and it gets stuck. So anxiety can feel this way because it's the fear of the future. Again, I would want to know, like, what messaging did you learn early on in your life that you even have to fear the future, and why are we fearing the future? And then there's like depression, and or as I like to call it now, is compression, where is a sense of like, is it sadness of the past? But it's a heaviness of the past. So you're kind of going inwards to find the answers, like compression. You're compressing inside. Your soul is compressing. It's going inwards. It wants to find the answers. And what is it wanting answers to? Like, what cycles is it telling you that it wants to complete? If you want, you can pause this video right here and you can write out your stuck points. I shouldn't say we all have them. A lot of us do have those stuck points, whether it is even experiencing abandonment in relationships. Again, when did you learn that messaging that you are worthy to be abandoned? And now it becomes part of your blueprint and you expect it, and it manifests because it is who we are. Like, we date who we are, not what we want. So if we are of a blueprint of makeup, I'm bound to be rejected, I am going to be abandoned. If that is what your blueprint is, and that's what your core belief is, that's what you're going to experience. And we have so many unhelpful core beliefs. I am defective. I am unlovable. I am incapable. I am poor. I can never amount to anything. Did I say I'm incapable? I am, yeah, not likable. I'm out of control. I can whip out my list and read them all, but you get the message. Or I don't matter is another one that's has come up in sessions where I'm working with others. These cycles are stuck in here. So how can we complete them the first time that you say you experience that you don't matter? Let's complete that cycle. Let's give your body what it needs. What is your little inner child or adolescent child or adult child needing in that moment to complete that cycle, to feel that they matter? What experience was it that taught them that in the first place? And what experience is it needing to recreate, to give ourselves that recorrective experience? Because now this is the power of therapy, imaginative witnessing in a session with a practitioner or a friend, like you can trust, like you can say, I can literally like imagine what I would have wanted my mom to say to me when we were younger, like different messaging. Anna, you're worthy for by just existing. Anna, you deserve love just because you wake up each and every day. Anna, you're okay. You don't need, Anna, you don't need to make other people's feelings yours. Anna, it's okay to let other people experience their own emotions and their feelings and not take it on. Anna, it's okay if you're not okay. And it's also okay if other people are not okay. If you see the difference, could you imagine that we were given this opportunity as children to receive that messaging and how good that feels? You can give that to yourself now and give permission to that energy to just be let go. Let it go. And then this is kind of how EFT works. And this is just an example. You would tap onto 7 parts of the body. They're called meridian points. And we would be anchoring in the thing that happens. So even though you were taught that other people's feelings are your responsibility, it is safe to fully accept and love myself. Even though I was taught to take on other people's feelings, I completely love and accept myself. So the point is to anchor in the negative emotion or feeling and or thought, because that is what your nervous system is familiar to. This is how it was explained to me. This is what your body is familiar to. So it's receiving that information because it already knows that, as opposed to going into right away into like, you have life, everything is okay, because that's not the messaging that we have inside. And the way that this certified teacher explained it to me was, if you're in fight or flight mode, like you feel scared and somebody comes up to you and says, oh my God, life's so great. You're like, whoa, like life's not, like you can't anchor that in. But if someone says to you something like, it's okay that you're in panic mode right now. It's like, oh yes, I am in panic mode right now, but I completely love and accept myself. And then you can continue like, this is the messaging that I received as a child. I no longer need to carry it. I am only responsible for my own feelings. My feelings are the only ones that matter. I completely love and accept myself. I completely love and accept myself. I completely love and accept myself. I give permission to my stuck points to slowly dissipate as I completely love and accept myself. I am in control of my stuck points now, and I can see them clearly. And I can write them out and release them with grace. I give everything that my body needs because I completely love and accept myself. So already, whoa, like that is so calming. Already you can see an example of like how that works, like the 7 points that we can tap. So you can do both hands, you can do one side, because it's here, 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 collarbone and side of the arm. Again, I'm not certified yet. I've only just dipped my feet into it. It is like, even if you go on the government of Canada, there is a, like on the, yeah, like the official government of Canada, it does walk. Actually, I'm going to put that in the link below. You, it, I use the verbiage that is available to our population there in order for me to be ethical, because I don't want to be sharing something that is outside of my scope of practice. So this is actually given, and it says you can practice this on your own or with a professional. And I can't remember what else it said, but essentially it's giving you the steps and the intention behind EFT. So I'm going to make sure that I attach that below. So this is just one way to release what is stored in the body, and to start, of course, rewire with affirmations like, I am safe, I am okay, I am in charge of my nervous system now. Like, I can't even believe how calm I feel right now. This is wildly insane. So make sure that when you do this practice that, yeah, you are in a safe space and you're not driving and or doing like operating heavy machinery, things like that. Just make sure that if you're doing this, you're in a safe space. And I would recommend that you do it with someone who is a certified practitioner. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna end my video right here. There was, I feel, quite a bit of information that was shared, and I hope that you have found it helpful. Again, I want to reiterate the fact that, yeah, I'm not certified, but I'm just sharing information that has been, yeah, gifted to us, even through the government of Canada, in order for us to process and release stuck energetic points that live within our body. Again, with all of my love and gratitude, I am here to receive any comments, questions, concerns, future subjects or topics for videos. With all my love and gratitude, I'll see you next time.